Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yoshua.
Barakatah
Yahweh.
Barakatah
Yoshua.
Barakatah
Hashem. Give honor to the apostles, the elders. Salutations to you, sincere brothers, teaching the truth and in sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled, "The Bible is a Spoiler Alert." Now, when you define that term spoiler, of course, it goes into the origin of spoil, according to the online dictionary. And the definition is to impair or destroy the enjoyment or experience of. Referring to what? Referring to Esau's blessing, Esau's rulership. Okay? So through prophecy, via the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Al-Shah, we are able to do so. Okay? Get Job 5 and 12, bro.
All right, this Job 5 and 12. It says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty.
Right, disappointed the devices of the crafty. Who are the crafty? Okay, the Edomites, beginning with the elite bankers. Okay, because what they do is they consult with these demons on the left-hand side of the Most High, going into their technology. Okay, and basically when you go into that term technology, it's like art or to know, going into the science. So Esau is being inspired by demons on the left-hand side of the Most High. Okay, go ahead, bro.
So that their hands cannot be performed.
Right, their hands. What is their hands? Going to their might. Okay, going into their strength, their ability to conduct themselves in that leadership position within their rulership. Go ahead, bro.
So that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
And that's the point. Enterprise, their success. And ultimately, their success is what? Okay, the NWO, which means New World Order. Now, part of this enterprise is what? Get Revelation 13 to 15. Because they need the microchip in order to establish this NWO. Okay? Go ahead.
This Revelation 13, 15. He had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak.
Right, that he going into who? Ultimately, these elite bankers, because they control this entire system. Okay? What is the system? Okay, how this world is patterned after. Okay, which is what? The pagan Roman Empire. But part of that system is what? Philosophies such as Christianity, indoctrinations, trying to attain the American dream, democracy. Okay, what else? What else? Currency, trade. Okay, religion. This whole lifestyle is patterned after the pagan Roman Empire.
What you consider reality.
That's beautiful. What you consider reality. Okay, and this reality is from the perception of Esau. What you see, what you watch. Okay, right. If you don't have the Holy Spirit, then you will get entangled into that shit.
Yeah. But it's a big edited movie, you know, and that's what Esau presents in reality, man. Right. Because on his media, he can set the stage, you know, he can pay different crisis actors or actors, and then he presses play and he shows you this is what's going on, you know. But that really don't even be the case,
right?
You know, so at the end of the day, you know, the Lord, all right, has a direct script, and it don't change, man. With Esau, he just be winging it. You know, things change. You might hear one report say this, and then an hour later, another report say this. You know, everything is changing, man. But with the Most High, you know, it's clear cut what it's gonna be, man.
That's right, bro.
You know how he revises different laws. Like you got one law in Mississippi might be different than another law in Louisiana. Right. That's confusing.
But this is supposed to be the United States of America. How can it be united when you have different legislation within these different states?
Right. Different rules.
But according to their logic, what ties everything together is the federal laws, which is still confusion. If that's the case, just remove all the state laws and apply everything from a federal perspective.
Yeah, that's why they tell you, man, your vote count. And then they'll turn around and do the what you call it, the electoral vote.
Where
you don't know your vote don't count no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. You need to go out there and run. You waiting in the wrong fucking line.
Put that damn stupid ass stick on your shirt.
Yeah.
So I voted today. You know.
They sticking yourself like a pen and shit in there.
Leave work early.
Leave work early.
Sacrifice their lunch break.
Right.
Super stupid.
Go ahead, bro.
And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast. The image of the beast should both.
Right. What's the beast? NATO, the EU. The image is the system, which is patterned after the pagan Roman Empire. Go ahead.
Because that as many as will not worship the image of the beast should be killed.
Worship, meaning prostrate yourself. How so? By your ability to basically do what Esau says. You selling out. You know what I'm saying? To continue to be a participant within this system.
And the latest example was the Iranian general, man.
Oh boy.
All right, Iran doesn't want to fully conform to their beast, man, and that's why. All right, they on their hit list and they targeted, man. You know, we got America saying that if the new general go on that same path, we gonna kill that nigga too, man.
Right.
You know, it's all about worshiping their beast, man, in this time frame.
By their hand, what it was, by their hand, so that's they might.
Yeah, that's strength.
They strength.
You know why? Because basically they have the military
Yeah.
to do so. They control the dollar,
Right.
and the oil, and not to mention they're being governed like literally by Satan.
And they can make the people believe what ain't real with the media. You know, they can just put it out there and say he was a terrorist. He was over here killing people. And actually, the man was saving life. What did he do with it? Gaddafi. He was good to them folk. You know, if you ask somebody, they stayed over there. You know.
All right, bro.
And he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, receive a mark in their right hand.
That mark going into the microchip. Okay, so this is part of Esau's enterprise. This is what he needs to be established as that dominant power. Okay, now we know that this is not going to happen. Why? Because ultimately, this is not the will of the Most High. However, through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Ashah, we're giving you a spoiler alert. We're letting the elite 2/3 of our people and these other nations know that the way Esau has this drawn up is not going to go down.
This is Isaiah 46:9. It said, "Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am the Most High, and there is none like me."
Right, and so the reason why the Most High is saying this is because basically nobody's over him. All right, now we know Yahushua, his son, is the second strongest entity underneath him, but at the end of the day, hey, Yahweh rules. And how does he discipline himself is by his word, through prophecies. That's the reason why this kingdom has not abruptly went down. Why? Because at the end of the day, prophecies has to be fulfilled. Now he can just speed it up, but still everything has to play out according to the scriptures. Why? Because he's bound to his word, meaning going into the book of Psalms, that is the reason why he magnifies his word over his name. You want to add something?
I'm going to finish with verse 10. He said, declaring the end from the beginning.
Right, declaring the end from the beginning. Through what? Through prophecy. Okay, so the former things is past, the Babylonian Empire. Okay, the Median Persian Empire. Okay, the Greek Empire. Okay, Egypt went down. Okay, so basically all of these are former things. The flood. Okay, these are former things. All right, but now we're telling you the things. We're giving you a spoiler alert on things to come. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done.
Ancient times, things are not yet done. Beautiful, bro. The things that are not yet done. What? WW3, the microchip, which are actually the two major prophecies that has to be fulfilled. Okay. Now, what else? The pestilence, okay, all of that has to be fulfilled. Jacob's trouble,
economy crash,
economy crash, and also as well as the second return or the second coming of Yahushua, because that is going to play simultaneously with WW3, the ending stages of WW3. All right, go ahead, bro.
It said, and from the ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, My counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure.
Counsel, his will. Pleasure, meaning I'm going to do whatever I want. And what he wants is his will. Why? Because he's bound to his word. All right? Go ahead.
All right, it's the book of Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune a land snares privily. That's going to the New World Order.
That's right.
They all get together. They all have these different meetings every so much amount of the year. And they all go against how they want to overcome the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Put you more into captivity, further enslave you, and the rest of the people as well. So that's going to how they land snares privily.
And like when they do have them, I mean, they'll have maybe a disaster or some shit that happened over here where we'll be out distracted. You know what I mean? They probably was over there a couple of days ago on the COVID shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
They were doing some behind the scenes shit.
Exactly.
Because all the people was focused on some more shit,
Yeah.
you know? And they know that, and they control us. They control us through the media and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure
You're right.
No,
because look how big the coronavirus, which is like last week. You know, everybody was into there. They was into the situation with Iran and America. This COVID situation came about. Now you go on YouTube, that's all you see.
Right, they
made the videos.
They can change the thoughts of the people per se. You know what I'm saying? Like in seconds, like you know what I'm saying. They can just make some shit happen. Like boom. So we can't really believe none of this shit, man. We gotta go with the scripture.
So when he started doing some distraction like that, you know, he's doing some behind closed doors.
Yeah. That's an automatic. Keep your eyes open. This shit, you know what I'm saying? Though when it's just too, and everybody all into it. Yeah.
It's right. You know, it's off motion too.
Yeah.
It's off motion.
Mm-hmm.
One mean like the war, they want like, yeah, we should go whoop their ass.
Right.
Coronavirus, they all scared. Yeah. Now they're coping their mourning.
Yeah.
They start playing off emotion. That's all it's about emotions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people's emotions change. You know, we all emotional creatures.
Right.
And that's what it is.
And they demons feed
off
of that.
Right.
They feed off of that.
And master that shit. Exactly. You know,
cause like I'll tell you, you know, like on Dragon Ball Z, you know, Goku was known for that spirit bomb.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what made that spirit bomb more powerful? The energy of the people. That's what he kept saying. I need your energy. So Esau does that on the left hand side. Bro. And when people mourning, they're crying, they're in distress or
fear,
fear. So Esau feeds off those emotions, and it makes them even more powerful. You know?
Yeah, which as far as Esau, the demons on the left hand side. See, everything's spiritual, man. You know,
they encourage themselves in an evil matter,
right? And they'll do anything they can to what? To basically bring in this new world order, this enterprise. Go ahead.
They commune or lay snares privily or privily.
Commune meaning they congregate. Yeah. Go ahead.
Or conspire.
Which means to breathe together. Yeah. What's their plans? Go ahead.
They say, who should see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
So they search out iniquities. Iniquities is wickedness. Okay, these people are wicked. All right, sinister. Okay, meaning left-handed. Okay, so their spiritual father is who? Satan. Go ahead.
Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep.
Right, so these people are extremely deep. Okay, and when you think about the rabbit hole of Esau, it's extremely deep and very, very, very long. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of shit we ain't gonna be able to figure out, but with the spirit, you still know that something is not right.
Right.
Something's not adding up. You know,
it's a spoiler alert. But Yahweh should shoot at them with an arrow.
Right, go ahead.
Suddenly should they be wounded, so they should make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
And that's what's happening now. All right, via the prophets. All right, then you have these whistleblowers. Okay, there was once a month these niggas in this agenda, and now they found Jesus Christ, or they just detached from it, and now they're explaining what's going on with the Illuminati. Go ahead.
All that see them should flee away.
Mm-hmm.
And all men should fear and should declare the work of Yahweh but they should wisely consider his doing.
Right. So when this system goes down, okay, then what's going to happen? The Most High's name will be magnified. as well as his son's name. Okay? And this is part of Esau's enterprise, but at the same time frame, it tells you how that spoiler alert of how the Most High is going to bring that shit down. All right?
I got it.
Go ahead, break it down to me.
This same Luke chapter 8, verse 17, it said, For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. And that's what we, in the time of everything being exposed and broken down, man. You know, who we are, who the true Israelites are, who Esau, Edom is, you know, and his agenda. All right, we're exposing his agenda, and we're exposing the agenda of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. You know, everything is being exposed and brought out to the forefront, you know, and you have our people that's still going to be deceived, you know, but you have our people that's going to repent and return and believe the gospel, man, you know.
Got one for you. This Job 21 and started verse 22. Should any teach the Most High knowledge, seeing he judgeth those that are high? So who's all the ones that are high?
Right. And that judgment is basically bringing you down out of your rulership, which is another spoiler alert. Go ahead.
I'll jump down verse 27. Behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which you wrongfully imagine.
Why? Because those thoughts ultimately comes from who? The Most High. Right. Satan works for the Most High. Okay? Which who you consult with. All right? So Satan is in order. And Satan's agenda is what? To mislead you. By letting you do what you want to do for now. But it's still the will of the Most High.
How we brought the point out last night. You know what I'm saying? How Satan came down and talked to Yahushua, tried to get him to sell out. But Yahushua, this is word anyway. You know, this whole, you know, or whatever.
But it goes to show you that Yahushua had integrity, okay, and basically he rejected Satan with what? With the word. But what did Esau do? Esau got down and worshiped him. How do you know? Because the world is given to the hands of the wicked,
right?
Which is ultimately going into his blessing. Go ahead.
It said, behold, I know your thoughts and the devices which you wrongfully imagine against me.
Everything you're doing to bring in this NWO, this new world order, okay? Because ultimately, you don't want people to believe in the Most High anymore. That's why you put so many philosophies out there, okay, to question the Most High, to be defiant towards the Most High. Why? Because basically, according to your standard or your teachings within this NWO, you want the world to worship who? Satan. Okay? Hence the man Albert Pike. He broke all that shit down. Go ahead.
Yeah, it was a show on Netflix years ago, and they show you how when Esau took over their martial law, they burned all the Bibles. Anybody who had the Bible, they was condemned. You know what I'm saying? So they had their one word religion, which pretty much going to Satanism.
That's it.
Verse 28. For ye say, where?
And that's because ultimately that's what he wants to do. He wants to basically combine all these religions together. However, but that last avenue is going to be to worship Satan.
Yeah. That's why the Bible, you know, is becoming less and less relevant, you know, within society, man. Because the Christian church, they can stop bringing the Bible.
I don't even pick it up.
Yeah, they can start bringing the church with them. If you go to church without your Bible, you know, you're not going to be missing nothing. You know, you're not going to be behind. All right? You're going to still get the same motivational speech. That's right. You're going to read 1 or 2 scriptures, butcher them. All right? Yeah, send that plate around a couple times and get out of there, man. You know, so the Bible is already, you know, being written out of society, man.
Right, but then when you go into the book of Nehemiah, and then when you talk about how Ezra was basically teaching our people, he opened up the book of law and he read to them.
And made them understand. What did he do? He broke it down. What no fucking prosperity doctrine going on, okay? It was basically the teachings of the Most High through the scriptures. And it was more than 30 and 45 minutes, okay? Yeah. And he stood out there on a pulpit. What is a pulpit? An elevated stage.
Wow.
Yeah, we're not there dancing like you see nowadays. Yeah, it's Job 21, verse 28, where you say, where is the house of the prince, and where are the dwelling places of the wicked? Have you not asked them that go by the way, and do you not know their tokens, that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction.
Who's the wicked? The Edomites. Okay, what supports that? Malachi 1 and 4. Okay, and you Edomites are who? You so-called white people whose father's lineage goes to Esau on your father's side.
And then it said, have you not seen the tokens? And what is the tokens? The sign. You know, and if you can't see that the so-called white man is adverse to Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai, to the Most High, he's adverse to righteousness, you don't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, because it's clear that this man is against righteousness, man. You know, and thus the tokens to show how he's reserved for destruction, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks. It says that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction and should be brought forth to the day of wrath.
Another spoiler alert. So the wicked is reserved to what? The day of what? Destruction. Okay, so the scriptures let you know that Esau will not continue to rule. Yeah. Okay, he has an appointed time. He has a begin date. He has an end date. A birth date and a death date. Expiration date.
Yeah.
You know? A spoiler alert for you elite.
Because you look at it carnally, it look like Esau never come down, man. Because he has everyone in his pocket, man. He buys people out, he has military, that's untouchable, on a carnal level,
Controls the money.
Control the money, control the influence. Yeah. So at the end of the day, carnally look like he'll never be taken down, but the Most High did that to reserve him for him. Like there was El Gazak made a point a couple of weeks ago. The Lord had to let Esau build up so high, so when Yahushua come back, he would have some resistance, man. He let him build aircrafts and missiles and helicopters and fighter jets. He done built his way up so high that now he in a whole nother league, So now the Lord finna show him, that his blessings, was temporary, man.
That's it. Because once he see Yahushua in the heavenly host, he tells you in the book of Ezra that basically they're going to be afraid. Yeah, but the Most High is going to put that spirit upon them so they'll fight. So they'll make it a good fight for Yahushua. Because if not, he'll run straight through them. Right. But it's still not going to be no resistance.
Yeah.
Okay? When Yahushua states, I will not meet thee as a man, when you go into the Hebrew word for that word, man, it means a low estate. Meaning he's coming back with spiritual power, man.
All power.
All power. All fucking power, yo.
Like on the game's Killer Instinct, Mortal Kombat, how you win, you have like a flawless victory, you don't get touched. Your energy bar still be full. Right.
Yeah.
That's how y'all gonna be against these other nations.
Flawless. All right, bro. So get that Psalms 49:11.
I got Psalms 49:11. It says their inward thoughts is that their
mindset, okay, which is driven by their spirit. Go ahead.
That their houses shall continue forever.
Ultimately, their rulership. Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to our generation.
Right. So they, in their mindset, they think and they believe wholeheartedly that they will never go down. Hey, that is the reason why they want to link everybody to the microchip.
Right.
That is the reason why they're trying to link their spirit on with this chip, because part of that body within the scripture goes into what those like it. Houses in the scripture is what Bayah in the Hebrew, but the definition is their bodies. Okay, so basically they're trying to link themselves up with this internet so they won't die. Okay, this is how carnal this man is. But at the end of the day, you have to respect him because the scriptures classify him as what? A serpent or a dragon. And when you get to that level, you are extremely intelligent. But Esau on the left-hand side. Okay, so what would happen within this movie? Okay, Revelation 1:7, bro.
Revelation 1:7.
It's like it's Psalms 110:1.
And it says, behold, he cometh with the clouds, and every eye shall see him.
Reference point, he. Who is that? Yahushua. Okay. Go ahead. Somebody get Psalms 110:1?
110:1.
Yes, Psalms 110 and verse 1.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 110 and verse 1. And it says, the Lord said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thy enemies thy footstool.
So what is Revelation 1 and 7, Psalms 110 and 1 going into? The second coming of Yahushua. Okay, this is who is going to bring this system down. Okay, another spoiler alert. All right, somebody get Daniel 2 and 31.
I got one.
Go ahead, bring yours up.
I think Job 20.
You can break it down too, bro.
I'm started
Daniel 2.
22. Job 22. And the fullness of his sufficient, he should be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 23. This is spoiled. When he's about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain upon him while he's eating.
Mm-hmm.
So when Esau think he gonna have his new world order to the fullest, Yahushua gonna come back and take everything from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So right now he got everybody confused what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody confused, everybody emotional. They quit to go along with everything.
Mm-hmm.
And like if that push a chip now, our people would take it.
Mm-hmm.
They come up rumors of war, the coronavirus going on. What's the nigga name? Kobe, all that going on right now. Man, our people would take that. They could prevent death. They who died. Our people would take that chip like this.
Mm-hmm.
And what that does to Esau's pride right there, what I'm saying? Keep going more and more in the clouds, man. You see, you can govern somebody like that off just one event. You know what I'm saying? So now they got even more courage to the spirit on the left hand side that they can be able to accomplish this so-called new world order, man.
Mm-hmm.
But there's spoiler that Yahushua's come back with his own new world order.
Mm-hmm. And that's the main thing they want to do to control the people.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. You put the chip in the people. Man, hey, if you don't do this, it'll get down, lay down.
Yeah.
And that's exactly how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the main thing they want to do, control the people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. It's the book of Daniel, 2nd chapter, and 31st verse. Mm-hmm. Thou, O king, sawest and behold a great image. This great image, whose brightness was excellent, stood before thee, and the form thereof was terrible. Mm-hmm. The image head was of fine gold, his breast and his arms of silver, mm-hmm. his belly and his thighs of brass, his legs of iron, his feet part of iron and part of clay.
According to the dream that Daniel received, okay? And he had broke his dream down to Nebuchadnezzar. Go ahead, bro.
And it says, thou sawest till that a stone was cut out with our hands.
That's the point. This stone basically destroyed his entire kingdom. Okay? And who is this stone? Yahushua. Okay, because according to the scriptures, Yahushua is referred to as what? The cornerstone and a tried stone. Okay? Go ahead, bro.
And it says, thou sawest till that a stone was cut out with our hands, which smote the image upon his feet that were iron and clay.
Right, so Yahushua, regarding his second return, he's going to take Esau out of rulership. Okay, and all these other nations that are allegiant to Esau. Okay, go ahead, bro.
The second Measures 13:6. But I beheld lo, he had great himself a great mountain.
Right, and this is talking about the vehicle Yahushua will be in, the fathership. Go ahead.
And flew up upon it.
Right.
But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was greater, and I could not.
So this ship was so big that the prophet could not even give you an accurate size of it. Okay, a huge, gigantic ship. Okay, kind of puts you in the mind of the book of Revelation, a cloud.
Right.
So I'm thinking ship was so big it probably had smaller ships coming out of it. Okay.
Independence Day.
Yeah.
That big ship came.
That goes to show you Esau, no? For him to create, man, look, for Esau to put shit in his movies and in his commercial, he knows something. Go ahead, bro.
Back in Daniel, the 2nd chapter, in the 4th verse. Thou sawest till their stones cut out without heads, which smote the image upon his feet that were iron and clay, and break them to pieces. Then was the iron, the clay, the brass, the silver, and the gold.
So all this is basically just a short summary of these great kingdoms. All right, but at the end of the day, Yahushua is going to break Esau's rulership. Okay, go ahead.
Broken to pieces together, and became like the shaft of the summer threshing floors, and the wind carried them away.
Right, what's the wind? You can equate that to Yahushua as well as nuclear capability. Destroying wind. Go ahead.
And the wind carried them away, that no place was found for them.
Meaning that they would never return in rulership ever, ever, ever again. Go ahead.
And the stone that smote the image became a great mountain.
And the stone became a great mountain, going into a government, going into Yahushua's everlasting rulership, beginning with the nation of Israel, beginning with the elect.
And filled the whole earth.
And filled the whole earth. So meaning that Yahushua's rulership is going to control the entire earth. All right. So in the midst of Yahushua returning, what's going to be happening? WW3. Okay, which is another spoiler alert. Somebody get Joel 3 and 2. Hey, you guys have something?
I'm looking for it.
Okay, get Joel 3 and 2. Times one, this second year is just 13 and 8.
All right,
7:22. You can start with that.
This Joel 3 and 2. Joel 3 and 2, it says, I will also gather all nations.
Right, gather all nations for what? Go ahead.
And will bring them down to the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right, and that's the reason why they're going. They're going to be gathered to go into what? Yahweh Shaphat, which means Yahweh's judgment. These nations has to be judged for living in wickedness, for doing as Esau does. Okay, go ahead.
And will plead with them.
Plead, meaning Yahweh is going to judge them. Okay, so they're going to die. You're going to have people within these military factions that's going to die by what? The acts of war, Yahushua, and nuclear capability. Go ahead.
And I will plead with them there for my people.
Right.
And for my heritage Israel.
Right, so that's another spoiler alert. So as Yahushua is coming, WW2, WW3 will be active. You got something, bro?
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's a lot of people, you know, that hope World War III don't happen. You know, they don't even want you to mention it. They don't want you to say nothing about it. It's gonna happen, man.
Prophets of doom, right?
You know, spoiler alert, it's gonna happen, man. You know, ain't gonna be no bagging down, ain't gonna be no peace.
Go on,
yeah, ain't gonna be no America just gonna win and you're gonna go back to your everyday life, Super Bowl playoffs. It ain't gonna happen, man. It's gonna be World War III, all right, and it's gonna be a new kingdom of righteousness, all right, by Yahushua, man. You know.
The second is 13, 8 through 11, bro. We're talking about right now. All right, go ahead, bro. You got something right?
Yeah.
Break it down too, bro.
This is Job 21 and 15. This is the mind of Esau Edom. It said, what is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? Lo, their good is not in their hand. The counsel of the wicked is far from me. Because the people ruling the earth, all right, do not follow after Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah. They don't follow out the Bible. They don't follow out the righteousness. All right. They are the children of Satan, man.
Yes, right.
You know, and they're just who they are. All right. And they're the opposite of whatever the Bible says, man, because they have reaped the benefits of worshiping Satan. So they like, what's the point of serving the Most High? I got everything on the left hand side. You know? Exactly. Show you that what Esau needs salvation for, man.
Right.
You know, from what?
Act like he is.
It said, verse 17, and this the point, it said, how oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? The Most High distributed sorrows in his anger.
That's a spoiler alert.
So this ain't no the first time the wickedness done been destroyed, man. The flood, Sodom and Gomorrah, you know, the coming down of all these other ancient empires, man. You know, this is not the first time wickedness, you know, them been put out. You know, this is just the latest. You know.
Very good. Get your second Ezra 13.
Yes, second Ezra 13 and 8. I beheld, and lo, all they which are gathered together to subdue him.
Going into what the Bull Ashiar just read in Joel 3 and 2. Okay.
We're so afraid.
Right, they were so afraid. Go ahead.
Yet durst fight.
Right, so when these militaries, when they're fighting each other, they're going to look up. They're going to see these. They're going to see the heavenly hosts being led by Yahushua. They're going to be very afraid of what? The strangeness of our salvation. Go ahead.
And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came to either lift up his hand or held a sword, no any instrument.
Why? Because he's going to be zapping them from the chariot, using those lasers, concentrated fire. Okay, go ahead.
But on I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
Going into the lasers, leaving the chariots. Go ahead.
Out of his lips a flame.
Go ahead.
The mouth represents an opening, man.
That's it.
You know? So
Lips of a flame of breath. And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests. Verse 11. And they were all mixed together, and the blast of fire, flame of breath, and the great tempest.
Which equals to what? A concentrated fire. Lasers. Laser beams. Go ahead.
And fell with violence.
Okay.
Upon the multitude which was prepared, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable.
Now, go according to Joel 3 and 2, Yahweh was going to judge the nations, right? So Yahushua, which is his right hand, is part of the judgment. Okay, go ahead.
Of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be
nothing was to be perceived.
But only
because they no longer appeared. They were dead. They were judged, right? Because all that, once that fucking laser hits your body, all that water is evaporated. That's why you become dust. Because it's like,
obviously you're gonna burn them elements.
Exactly. And the elements, you know what I'm saying? Because what? I think your body is what, 70% made of water? All right, so once that fire makes contact, then you're gonna be dust. You know?
Yep. You know, aircrafts, those helicopters,
tanks,
all those things gonna be made dust, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna evaporate. It's how concentrated that fire you're gonna be, man. You know, because you're gonna have thousands of aircrafts, thousands of Apache helicopters or whatever, you know, war aircrafts that the Edomites got, plus, you know, these heathens, and how shot gonna obliterate it at once, man.
And this is the same fire that destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. The fire is just inside of nuclear missiles. Same technology, but just more modernized. All right. Was that it, bro?
On the dust and smell of smoke, and I saw it, I was afraid.
Okay. All right, now get just got 3 more. Get Revelation 18 and 8. Somebody get Joel 3 and 1 and Daniel 7 and 14. Okay, Joel 3 and 1. Okay, Revelation 18 and 8. Revelation 18 and 8.
It's the book of Revelation.
This is another spoiler alert. Go ahead.
Chapter 18, verse 8. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day.
Referring to America. Okay, the daughter of Babylon. Go ahead.
Death and mourning and famine, and she shall utterly be laid, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. Right. For strong is the Lord power.
Yes, the missiles. Okay, and that judgment is going into what? The second return of Yahushua, or the second coming of Yahushua, as well as nuclear capability. Okay, so America is going to be destroyed within 1 hour. That's another spoiler alert. Somebody get Joel 3 and 1.
Joel 3 and 1.
Daniel 7 14.
It says, for behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
That's another spoiler alert. Okay, because see, the second coming of Yahushua, and basically World War III is going to do what? It's going to usher in our kingdom. Okay, was that it?
Yeah.
Okay, last scripture, Daniel 7:14.
Daniel 7:14. And there was given him dominion, glory, and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages
So until Yahushua, go ahead,
should serve him.
Right.
His dominion is an everlasting dominion which should not pass away, and his kingdom that which should not be destroyed.
Right, so Esau is going down. Okay, but you're going to have events such as the microchip. Okay, and we know that the elect is not going to receive the microchip. Then you have to have WW3, but at the same time frame, simultaneously, Yahushua will return towards the ending stages of WW3. Okay, all these events has to transpire before the nation of Israel to return back into rulership. Okay, y'all got something?
Yeah, I got one.
It's
It's Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe was passed.
Second woe. So meaning what? WW2. In order for WW2 to happen, WW1 has to happen. Right. Go ahead.
And behold, the third woe cometh quick.
And that is WW3. And we know it's quickly also through the Spirit we understand that these prophecies are being unveiled.
Yep, and it's still happening, even though all these distractions are going on.
Yes.
You know, because you have an American embassy, you know, that was bombed a few days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, the same morning when Kobe, you know, supposedly died, man. Mm-hmm. You know, then you have Russia and Syria, you know, Russia and America within northeast Syria, they having little skirmishes, man, that nobody's talking about, man.
That's right.
You see? So these things are still formulating, you know, whether you paying attention, whether you distracted or not, man.
That's right.
You know?
George Soros just came out and said a greater depression is coming.
Right.
Greater than the one that happened with 1929.
So that's a guarantee that this economy is going down. It's going to crash. And some, according to certain financial advisors, they speculate this year. And Lord willing, that's true.
They've been buying a lot of countries buying a lot of gold up too. Red. They buying a lot of gold up. Because they know it's going to lower the crash this year, but they know it's going to crash.
And the reason why these countries are buying up this gold, because what does gold do? It's a hedge. It's real money, such as silver too.
All right. Like you remember in 1920, it was like the decade pretty much of the Great Depression. They're trying to compare that to 2020. It's going to be like a newer Great Depression. Yeah.
It's only going to get worse because a kingdom this wicked and this powerful, okay, it has to be brought down to an extreme low estate.
Every kingdom fall.
And they show you that shit in sports. They show you that shit with football, basketball, soccer. So why not America the Great?
Right. And since I got from that scripture, this is a quote from Albert Einstein. He said, "I know not with what weapons World War III would be fought, but World War IV would be fought with sticks and stones."
That goes to show you. And we know that he didn't know what he's talking about, because at the end of the day, once the Most High puts out Esau's light, okay, these other countries, okay, they're going to get in line. So it's not going to be any goddamn World War IVs and World War Vs. Why? Because we're going to have spiritual power, and therefore we're going to rule the world of righteousness. Why? Because we have that flesh and heart.
He was talking about World War III. So
Going
to start back out with the sticks and stones, right?
I know it's better. Have a little fun, man. Why you breaking my phone? All right, y'all. Break it down, 15.
And the seven angels sounded, and there was great voices in heaven saying,
"Hey, seven angels. What is that? That's us going to the seventh trump. Okay, and within that seventh trump, the elect of Israel will be saved.
Yep.
Okay, so as these missiles are coming, okay, to the demographic of America, Yahushua is going to be beaming up the elect with the heavenly host. And it's going to be extremely close. So as brothers are being beamed up in the chairs, they're actually going to see missiles coming down. Because why? The elect should scarcely be saved. That's in a nick of time. All right, go ahead, bro.
And it says, and there was great voices in heaven saying, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord.
And ultimately, what's the overview of that? Esau's kingdom. Okay, because Esau is in rulership. So the Most High is going to send Yahushua, okay, and he's going to put Esau's light out.
It's the translation of kingdoms.
That's right.
And it said, the kingdoms of this world are become the kingdoms of our Lord and of his anointed, and he shall reign forever and ever.
Who are the anointed?
The
elect. All right. So Lord willing, y'all were edified. Shalom.
Shalom.